bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't hit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the...
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
It's a big play that time for the Packers. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Jones. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made by...
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
That's the end of the first.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Cook on the toss left. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Preston Smith.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Cousins to throw it. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass 2, both in the arsenal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
9-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's He's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 31-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 19 yards that time for number 19. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Again, it's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here's Lewis. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A toss to Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that. But he correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the gun, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
They run it again with Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
On the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Cousins to throw it this time. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 21-14.
Packers 14. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And now look at this. Big gain. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On the ground, it's Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
26. A gain of 3.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good.